Mercedes finished the 2022 season with just one victory to their name, as the W13 proved to be the most challenging car in the German constructors' history. In an effort to improve performance in the coming season, Mercedes have made various alterations to their 2023 cars. Let's take a look at the details of the W14 model. As the 2023 Formula One season approaches, teams are preparing for the new campaign with high hopes and ambitious goals. While there may not be significant changes to the cars this year, the competition is still expected to be fierce, with teams hoping to improve on their 2022 performances. One team that is particularly optimistic about their chances is Mercedes. They have been working tirelessly on their new car, which they say features a revolutionary DNA that they believe will give them a significant advantage on the track. So what kind of modifications can we anticipate for the Mercedes 2023 car? While the team has kept details about the new car under wraps, recent statements from Toto Wolff, the team's principal, have hinted at a continuity in terms of visible shape. However, this approach is in contrast with rumours from sources within the team that suggest the W14 will be a conceptual revolution in many ways. Let's talk about the Mercedes 2022 car so that we can understand whether the W14, the Mercedes car for the 2023 season, would be a direct progression of its predecessor. After an extraordinary record of 8 consecutive constructors' titles, Mercedes unexpectedly slid to 3rd place in the standings last year due to difficulties with their all-new car concept. The W13 featured a design with no side pods. The aerodynamics of the side pods were scaled down significantly, and they made the cooling air intakes vertical. The W13 was a car that, for most of the season, struggled to extract its full potential. In practice, ever since the pre-season tests in Bahrain, when the zero side pod version made its debut, the car was expected to be a game changer on the track. But as soon as the car hit the track, it became clear that something was amiss. The car was plagued with a serious aerodynamic issue known as porpoising, causing the car to experience violent jolts and preventing the team from reaching the performance levels they had seen in simulations. In an effort to reduce the aerodynamic jolts, the team had to raise the ride height of the car well above the ideal level. This caused a significant loss of downforce from the car's floor, further hampering their performance. Despite the tireless efforts of the team's engineers, led by Mike Elliott, the unpredictable behaviour of the car persisted on all types of tracks. With each race, it seemed that the elusive performance they were searching for was slipping further away. In reality, the choice to continue development was not stubborn, but forced by the need to fully understand the problems of the project. In fact, with 2023 in mind, it would not have made any sense to have instantly given up on the development of the W13 without first having a thorough understanding of the factors that contributed to its sluggishness and unease. They began to find solutions in Hungary, and from that moment, it would have been possible to think about 2023. However, development proceeded until Austin, at which point it had not yet been decided which direction to take the W14. Specifically, whether to make a clean break with the W13, following concepts that are comparable to those of RedBull, or maintain its principles in terms of the external lines of the vehicle. Recent statements made by Toto Wolff indicate that the W14 will keep a significant amount of the DNA from the previous car, the W13. The main changes will be under the bodywork, in terms of packaging and under the floor, which will be redesigned in many areas, particularly in the sections of the Venturi channels and diffuser throat. Given these premises, the side pod could maintain a similar conformation to the W13 with vertical inlets at the front. The rear of the W14 may appear to be less tapered, but this is actually a strategic design choice for both aerodynamic and structural reasons. Aerodynamically, the flat section at the level of the rear suspension creates a unique T-shape at the rear, which maximizes the efficiency of the diffuser by utilizing the beam wing technology. Structurally, the large open floor space at the bottom of the W13 was found to be particularly flexible at the ends. To counter this, the thickness of the floor was increased at the project level, which unfortunately added extra weight to the overall design. This year, the minimum weight has been lowered to 796 kilograms, which means teams will have to work tirelessly to strip away any unnecessary weight and make their cars as light as possible. The gearbox will be a profound evolution of the previous one, with a different arrangement of the critical components of the rear suspension. At the level of the power unit, the team is confident that they are on par with the likes of Honda and Ferrari, two of the most formidable powerhouses in the sport. But the team isn't resting on their laurels. They have been working in close collaboration with the renowned fuel company Petronas to optimize combustion and improve efficiency. They have also been experimenting with new fuel formulations to further boost performance. Even if the cars look similar, Wolff will be hoping that none of the bad habits of the W13 have been transferred over. He said that discovering and fixing the W13's problems was like peeling an onion. He explained, "I think we have a much better understanding of what the problems were. We've been peeling only a layer of the onion. layers of discovering more issues and more problems. But I think we've come to the point that we understand pretty well why the car is not performing. The correlation, at least, is there for some tracks, so it's all in the fine detail of how can we make the car work out aerodynamically. How can we improve the ride and make it more fun? I think if we're able to solve that over the winter, at least we can provide a stable platform to the drivers, and we can develop it from there. George Russell is likewise optimistic about the forthcoming 2023 season and is certain that Mercedes will once again put up a fight for the championship. He said, "They haven't forgotten how to build a fast race car. We just got it wrong this year. We got the philosophy wrong. We went down a route that turned out to be the wrong route. Sometimes it takes you a long time to dig yourself out of that hole. Now I feel we've dug ourselves out of that hole and we're building on top of that. We're a step behind Red Bull and Ferrari, and we've got a lot of catching up to do, but we're definitely going to be in a much stronger position from race 1 next year than we were this year." It's not just the Mercedes team that's feeling positive about what the new season has in store for them. When asked about the competition for the 2023 season, the advisor to the Red Bull team, Helmut Marko, named Mercedes as a more significant threat than Ferrari. Marko said, "I would say that we should fear Mercedes more, mainly because they have an advantage over Ferrari in terms of strategy and reliability." While it's understandable that Marko feels Mercedes is its biggest threat, it must be mentioned that Ferrari are not to be underestimated. After a disappointing season, the iconic team bid farewell to its former boss Mattia Binotto and welcomed in a new leader in the form of Fred Vasseur, the former Alfa Romeo boss and Sauber Motorsports CEO. It is possible that Vasseur's team will have much better results than Ferrari did during the previous season, particularly in light of the fact that Ferrari possessed an amazing car and talented drivers. The 2023 Formula One season promises to be a thrilling one as teams work to improve their cars and strategies in an effort to challenge the dominance of Red Bull racing. The competition for the championship is sure to be fierce, with Red Bull, Mercedes and Ferrari all expected to be in the mix. And the potential for other teams to join the fight for the top spots only adds to the excitement. With new technologies and regulations in place, the stage is set for an unpredictable and action-packed season of F1 racing. As the 2023 season kicks off with the Bahrain Grand Prix on March 5, do you think Mercedes W14 would be able to challenge Red Bull's R19? Let us know in the comment section below.